Recurve Junior Women Bronze Final. Let's take a look at how things shook out. We have France will be shooting Poland in the bronze, and Italy will be shooting France in the final. So the two French teammates had to shoot each other in the semifinals. I know that's very disappointing for teams when that happens, but it does guarantee you have each archer in a medal match.
Yeah, and that is one very nice thing. You know, you can get those medals. Between silver and bronze, which would you rather have?
I hope that's a trick question.
No, seriously.
Silver?
Silver. I was just wondering, do you prefer to win your last match or lose your last match?
Oh, you always want the silver. The toughest place to be is always fourth. You were the only person in the tournament that lost twice, and
Yep.
You're the only one in the finals venue not on the podium. That is the toughest place to be. So we have archer from France will be shooting on target number 1, which is on the left side. And the archer from Poland shooting on target number 2.
Now you'll notice that the Olympic recurve varies a little bit different, or a little bit from the barebow. In what ways does it differ?
Get a lot more equipment that we're allowed to use. To put it very simply, you'll see the long stabilizers, the sight, the clicker, all of that allows the archer to be more precise. And so we'll see they actually are going to be shooting from the red stakes, the same place as the compound archers shoot, which are 5 to 10 meters longer distance than what the barebow archers were shooting.
Yep, that is one of the things that they are afforded, is that because of their lack of equipment, they are able to shoot the shorter distances.
So interesting, we see the girl from Poland on the right side has a Team Hoyt hat with win and win limbs. Don't see that too often.
A win and win riser too. It's a TFT.
Yes, yep, so. Girl on the left from France, we see also with a Hoyt hat, but she is shooting Hoyt riser and limbs.
Oh wow, it's an old HBX. That is a model that was very popular with field shooters. Unsurprising to see it here.
We see both of them draw back pretty quickly, unlike the barebows that took a little more time. So we have a 5 for Poland to a 1 for France. And again, this is side hill. We see that French archer was off to the left quite a bit, so most likely she's got some canting in her bow that she's going to want to adjust for.
Look, you can see both archers adjusting the knobs on their sights. What they're doing is changing their elevation, so as they notice the trends of their target, they might aim off.
Looks like
another 5.
Another solid 5.
Or they might change the elevation there to help compensate.
She's getting closer to the middle. 3 on that one, but still left. You can see she's not happy with that.
Now this is the first match where we had 2 completely new archers to this course. France nor Poland was a part of the team matches.
See, Marlena draws back here quickly. See if she can put another arrow in the yellow for her 3rd and final. And she doesn't, but it's a solid 4. So a 14 on this first target is a good score, as we've seen. And archer from France matches that with a 4. So we have a 6-point difference after 1 target, but as we saw in the last match with an 8-point difference, 6 points really is nothing after this first target.
Yeah, the only place you want to be leading with 8 points is with that last arrow.
So we see the judges walking up to score, and the archers heading over to target number 2. And they will be shooting 25 meters up this hill.
Now, what are some of the strategies they might use to help figure out what level is?
Not sure what your question.
So when these archers are going up to the target, how can they tell what vertical is versus canting one way or the other? What are some strategies they might be using?
Lots of practice.
Lots of practice.
Using trees, using other things in the area, using the target butt itself. anything that you can find, honestly, that's vertical, but nothing replaces practice and getting used to what it feels like, what it looks like. And just being aware, I think, is a big part of it. When you're not used to paying attention to it, when you're used to shooting target events on a flat field, flat target, you may not even realize what you're doing. Where out here, they really have to pay attention to that. We'll see. Judge is taking a little bit of time to score these arrows.
I don't recall there being any liners, so might just be taking their time.
All right, so we see them heading to their stakes, and we see the judge mark time has started. Oh.
Not letting the archer from Poland know she needs to be behind that stake.
So the rule in field archery is you must be behind the stake. You cannot be in front of it. Unlike 3D archery where you must touch the stake. It's a little different here. You must be behind.
Yeah, it would be nice if they just had one set thing that all archers could follow.
That's where knowing the rules of your game is important. We see both of them with their nice leaning back to keep that consistent draw length.
5-4 liner.
Have a low shot and also a low shot. So they both were probably cutting a little too much for this first arrow. So we have a 4 to a 3.
And despite the angle, some of these targets can be quite tricky. You might not need to reduce the amount as much as you might think.
What you find sometimes is archers can hold low on these steep ones. It can be really tough to maintain your hold in the middle. Your body, when your upper body's angled so much. So now she shoots it out the top with 3. So we see her adjusting her sight again, and she places hers just above her other arrow with a 4.
So it might truly just be the sight sitting there. Those arrows are very well grouped.
Yeah. So that's a great view of the Olympic ski jump. And we head into the third and final arrow of this target, all tied up for this target. Let's see who makes the best adjustment here on their final arrow.
Now, with the Polish archer, you can actually see what's called a kisser button. What is that used for?
So that's another point of contact, and we have a 5 to a 3 on that. So we do have a swing, another 2-point advantage on that target. But the kisser button is used as another point of reference to make sure the string is lined up in the same place every time consistently. So unlike compound that will have a peep sight and a scope, recurve only has your anchor point, your nose on your face, your nose. You don't have that third point of contact. So some people like to use a kisser button as a third point. So it's a 4-point difference heading into the third target. So we're halfway through the match. 4-point lead for the Polish archer. And this is the bunny target. And we'll see for recurve, even though it's 15 meters, this can be a tricky target. So as I mentioned yesterday during the team round, recurve archers tend to say this is a target you can make up points, you can win a match here, but it's not really somewhere you're going to lose it, unlike the compound side. So someone who can come out here and shoot an 18 or a real solid score is definitely going to pick up points on their opponent.
Despite the distance, an 18 here would be fantastic shooting. Well, looks like a 4 for the first arrow.
4-5 liner and a 2. So that cuts her lead in half. So it's now just a 2-point or maybe even only a 1-point lead for the Polish archer.
And this is where just being determined, staying in your strong, consistent shot, you can make up those points. There's really no winner here till the last arrow.
Looks like a high 4. Now this is each bullseye on this is the same size as an indoor target face, and they're actually shooting it slightly closer than you would an indoor round. We see a 6 there,
6.
So that was a great shot. That helps bring her lead back to 4. 1 arrow left on this target. Let's see who makes the adjustment here. She had a low arrow and a high arrow. Can she put this one in the yellow?
Oh,
Ooh, no.
trading
It's a
arrow.
little worse than her previous ones with a 2.
So a solid score here could actually increase her lead.
So
Oh, and a
solid
5.
5. So that she's definitely gonna be happy with this target. She now has a 7-point lead.
But as we saw in the very last match, you know, even an 8-point lead doesn't necessarily guarantee victory.
And the French archer does have that one arrow that's a 4-5 liner. If that gets upgraded, it will shrink down to 6 points heading into that last target. And the recurve archers yesterday during team round had slightly better luck than the bare bows. More of them did hit the target and scored arrows. So it looks like it was upgraded to a 5, so it's a 6-point lead.
Difference.
So that actually is, compared to the bare bow division, a 6-point lead is a little bit more important heading into that last target. There was less misses on the recurve division, so we expect these scores to be a little higher, a little tighter. So she's going to feel good about that 6-point lead, I think, heading into that. See the judges marking arrow holes. And they're going to head, for these archers, the recurve and the compound are going to shoot, again, from the red stake on this 4th and final target. That's a 60-meter on an 80-centimeter face. And they're going to come to the line. And signal time has started. So again, we'll see how these archers who have not been out here previously, how they make the cut for this, whether they guess accurately. Look at her arrow point. That's something really to pay attention to on these recurve archers. Let's see how much arrow they need to pull through when they come into anchor.
Well, it looks like France is steadily pulling through, but definitely an awkward position here.
So we have a miss.
Oh, starts
and
with a 5. That is a fantastic shot. Not a lot of 5s have been shot on this target.
No, that's actually only the second or third. I think it's the third 5 of the tournament. 1-point lead now is all the Polish archer has after a miss. So this is a tough place to be because you know you have the lead, but you know you just missed, and you need to hit the target with a good arrow right here.
This is definitely where mental game comes in, just being able to execute your shot under pressure.
See, that one was a little quicker. So she shoots a 2 there. So I think she's struggling to set up correctly. She's got a lot of arrow to pull through. Whereas the French archer's doing a little better job.
Oh, another fantastic shot of 4. She might be our highest scoring athlete so far. Actually, I'm pretty sure she is.
So 1-point advantage for France heading into the 3rd and final arrow. So I really think the Polish archer here really needs to hit in the yellow to have any shot. But it looks like the French archer is actually going to get her shot off first.
And we are in the tail end of this round, so both archers need to get this arrow off.
Yeah, solid shot. She looks happy.
Oh, another 4.
Oh. 4 to another miss. And again, we see off the top left.
And that is just a look of pure joy there. And that's
bronze medal winner by 5 points after going into the last arrow down by 6.
That is an 11-point swing.
And we see tears there. She truly earned that on that last target. She's happy. So congratulations.
She is our highest scoring athlete by far.
And look at that relief. You can just tell how happy she really is to have shot that last target so well.
And walking up to that target, it's daunting. The way this hill is shaped, it's actually in the shape of an S. So you are shooting more up than out.